When love turns toxic. Understanding emotional abuse in relationships. We often think of physical abuse when we hear the term domestic violence. But most abusers use other tactics to control their partners. Emotional abuse is one such tactic that can be just as damaging as physical abuse, if not more. Emotional abuse refers to behavior that attacks a person's sense of self-worth, usually through constant criticism and negative comments. Over time, this type of abuse can have a devastating impact on a person's mental health. Spotting emotional abuse early on can help you avoid the pitfalls of a toxic relationship. Here are 6 psychological games abusers play and how to spot them before it's too late. No. 1. They tear you down with demeaning comments and insults. We all had our share of bad days where we might say something unintentionally that could hurt someone else's feelings. But if your partner constantly makes you feel bad about yourself through insults and mockery, there's a cause for concern. Abusers often use demeaning comments as a form of manipulation so that you question your self-worth. These comments can target almost anything about you, from your appearance to your personality and even your achievements. The goal is for you to become hyper-aware of your supposed flaws and feel that you must work extra hard to meet their expectations. Over time, this emotional harm can spill over into other areas of your life, making it harder for you to assert yourself and affecting your relationships with friends and family. No. 2. They make you doubt your memory and perception. Another tactic abusers often employ is gaslighting. This is when they make you question your own memory and perception of events. For example, an abuser might deny doing something that you know they did, like keeping you up late when you told them you had to wake up early, or forgetting an important date. At first, these instances might seem forgivable. But as time goes on, the frequency of these incidents increase, causing you to second-guess yourself. Gaslighting is a subtle yet effective way for abusers to gain power in a relationship by making you feel that you cannot be trusted to interpret reality accurately. No. 3. They use the silent treatment as a punishment. In any healthy relationship, both parties should feel comfortable expressing their thoughts and feelings. If your partner frequently resorts to giving you the silent treatment, there may be an issue. Abusers often use silence as a form of punishment when you do something they don't like. For example, they might ignore you for hours or days on end, only speaking to you in a rude or dismissive way. This can be incredibly distressing for the other person, since they may not know what they did to cause the silent treatment. The ambiguity leaves room for you to constantly worry about making the right moves so that your partner and get upset. No. They keep you on a strict schedule. While some structure is helpful in any relationship, being on a strict schedule can be a sign of emotional abuse. Abusers may dictate when you can go to sleep and wake up, what you eat, and even when you can spend time with friends and family. The intention behind this is to control every aspect of your life, so that you have no time or space to do things on your own. This is especially common in cases where the abuser is a parent to a young child. However, it is never okay for anyone to tell you what you can and cannot do. No. 5. They apologize insincerely. Saying sorry is an important part of maintaining healthy relationships. We've all made mistakes, and have likely been reprimanded by someone we care about. However, an insincere apology is worse than no apology at all. An abuser might apologize only when they absolutely have to, such as when they're caught lying or cheating. Even then, their apologies tend to be very rigid and lack emotion. For example, they might say something along the lines of, "I'm sorry you feel that way." Rather than taking responsibility for their actions, they'll try to shift the blame onto you, making it all about how you perceive things. And no. 6. They prevent you from seeing friends and family. One of the most telling signs of emotional abuse is when your partner tries to isolate you from your loved ones. Abusers want complete control over you, which means cutting off all ties that you have to the outside world. You might start to notice that your partner does and like you spending time with certain friends or family members because they are afraid that you'll get help from these people. They may try to convince you that these people aren't good for you, or try to make you feel guilty for spending time with them. Before you know it, you may be completely dependent on your partner for emotional support, which is exactly what they want. Emotional abuse can be a difficult subject to talk about, but it's important to spread awareness so that we can all be more vigilant. By learning about the tactics abusers use, you can protect yourself and spot red flags early. Do you recognize any of these behaviors in your own relationship? If so, please reach out to a trusted friend or mental health professional today. Together, we can help put an end to emotional abuse. Did you find this video helpful? Tell us in the comments below. Please like and share it with friends that might find insight in this video too. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more content. All the references used are added in the description box below. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.